This is a story of a remarkable teenager.
It is a story of perseverance.
It is a story of courage.
This is the story of Malala. Malala Yousafzai is from Mangora, a town located in the Swat Valley of northern Pakistan. It is a picturesque area of rugged mountains, sweeping green hills, thick forests, and rivers.
In 2007, when Malala was just 10 years old, her beautiful home went from a tourist attraction to a war zone.
You see, the Taliban, an extremist group, took control of the Swat Valley. Buildings were bombed and some of its citizens were murdered. The Taliban enforced strict policies on the people of the Swat Valley, things like forbidding music and television.
Things like forbidding girls to go to school.
That's right. The Taliban doesn't want girls to be educated. By 2009, they ordered that all girls' schools be closed.
And that's where Malala's story begins.
Malala valued her education. She had dreams of being a doctor. She also believed in a girl's right to go to school. Malala, with the support of her father, who also owned a girls' school in the valley, began blogging for the British Broadcasting Company. She blogged about life in the Swat Valley under the Taliban. She blogged about her desire to get education she needed, and of her fear of the terrorists.
At first, Malala blogged under her fake name. Eventually, her real name was revealed when she began speaking publicly about the important access to education for everyone.
Malala became famous throughout the world because of her crusade. She was on television, and the New York Times made a documentary about her quest. People everywhere were captivated by her and what she stood for. Malala's notoriety also made her a target of the Taliban. They threatened Malala and her family. Though Malala continued her crusade, she lived in fear. And then the Taliban tried to silence Malala forever.
On October 9th, 2012, Malala Yousafzai, who was 15 at the time, was shot by the members of the Taliban. Malala and her friends were sitting on a school bus when two gunmen appeared. They asked who Malala was, and then they opened fire, placing a bullet near her left eye. Critically injured, she was rushed to the local hospital and later taken to a hospital in Birmingham, England, where she underwent several surgeries.
But the Taliban failed.
Because Malala survived. The world that had been captivated with Malala for her crusade was now outraged. Protesters from around the world marched in the streets carrying signs that declared, "I am Malala," in support.
By trying to kill Malala and what she stood for, the Taliban attracted more power, influence, and followers to her crusade.
A year later, Malala is recovering from her injuries. She's speaking out as an advocate for education all over the world.
And she's going to school. This past summer, Malala, on her 16th birthday, spoke in front of the United Nations in New York about global education.
There are 1.8 billion school-age children in the world. 55 million of those children live in the United States, where school is free and mandatory. In other parts of the world, more than half of the population yearns for this privilege. Malala is now crusading for them.
This Friday, the Nobel Peace Prize will be awarded. This is the world's most prestigious awards, and Malala Yousafzai is the youngest to ever be nominated.
To us, Malala is determined,
Courageous,
compassionate,
humble,
a hero.
I am Malala.
I am Malala. I am Malala.
I am Malala.
I am Malala.
I am Malala.